I had 2 days off of work, and I thought it'd be a good time to go. So we're going to start on the forest trail and just find our first campsite. Let's get to it. Usually I don't feed the trolls, but I don't know, they're not here this time. So I guess we'll keep on going. This is about the most fun I've had over the last month with everything, the whole move, trying to find new jobs. This is going to be fun just for the sake of it being relaxing. Even though it's late, we'll make the best of it. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm wearing pants because all this stuff, I'm sure I'm going to get a tick after all this, even though I put on some bug spray. This is the second opportunity I could have fed the trolls, but no, nowhere to be found. I see how you guys operate. So I'm about halfway between where I left and the campsite. It is dark and there's a lot of branches and shrubs and all these weeds crossing the path, so it's getting a little hard, but I'm still making good time. We're getting there. There it is, the Sioux backpacking area. That's where I'll be camping tonight. Let's go ahead and see where it leads. See who's up there. There is the third shelter. The fourth and fifth shelter are that way. Then I found this thing, which appears to be like a bear bag or a hoist, so animals can't get it. There's a pole there you can use to do that, so I thought that was awesome. A little fire ring going on there. And that's the first shelter right there. Second one's further down there. But all the tent campsites are up that ways. Well, Spider-Man's been busy. He's setting his webs out for the night, and campsite's down there somewhere. I had a notice there's one other camper in campsite B. I'm in C. It's maybe 1/8 of a mile apart, so we're good. Exception of 3 items. Everything here is new to me. Everything. And it is pitch black. So I hope I can do this right. I'm hoping my skills and the gear I brought are good enough to have fun out here, enjoy these 2 days I have off. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is my pack. I have 3 items are the hydration bladder, the platypus, although I haven't used that in over 6 years, so we'll see how that goes. The sleeping pad, that I have used extensively. And on the other side are my knee pads. I've used those twice. Everything, including the pack, the sleeping bag, all the contents, cook set, stove is new, brand new. I've never used it. I mean, this is just absurd that I even consider doing this, knowing that I'd be going out at night. It's a campsite I've never been to before, not even sure where my water source is, and just doing it. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm in campsite 2, and we'll be over there in a minute setting up. Just thought I'd give you that little intro into what I got myself into, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it. Thanks for sticking along, and I hope we'll make this interesting for you guys. Stick with me. Dinner will be served. Good morning. There's the sunshine peeking through. I opened up the tarp a little bit. I had some visitors last night, so it was kind of awkward, so I just pretty much ate dinner and went to bed, so really not much to film about. But I'll show you a quick view of what it's like here inside the tent, and we'll take a look outside. Very crammed. Not much this way, but it is wide enough, so if you got to do anything, kind of bend your knees to the side. It works. I got a boot on that side, a boot there, my shining face in the morning, and my glasses. So that's pretty much it. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at it outside. Spidey's found some breakfast. This is the Prospector Trekker Solo. I bought it at Dunham's, which is a small sporting goods store. They sell all kind of stuff, firearms, outdoor gear. I found it on clearance about a year ago, so I don't know if you're going to be able to find this anymore. But it was made here in the USA. It was like 30 bucks. Even came with a ground tarp that came with it, pre-cut to its size. So I mean, like, it was like 3.5 pounds. I was like, I am in. So I just, even if it wasn't worth anything, I thought I'd get it. So got one-sided, that can roll up. There's 2, I don't know, toggles, and then the screen on the inside. You can open this up, but then your face is exposed to screens if it rains. So I just want to see how I breathe without it. I did keep this side mostly open, so it actually did ventilate pretty well. I was surprised. I thought it would be a little bit humid in there, but it did all right. So next test would be the rain. So there it is. Just thought to show you what I stayed in tonight, and let's go ahead and unpack our pack, and we'll get some breakfast going, and I'll keep you updated. Since this is only a one-night thing, this isn't too much of a big deal, but if you're going out on several nights, you might want to freshen up. These are 2 towels. This is the lightload towel, and on top is I think the Go towel, and that actually has a little bit of moisture to it. It's 100% cotton. It's almost like a washcloth, if you will. It's very, very thick, whereas the lightload towel, extremely packable, but it's basically extremely heavy-duty paper towel, and you know, of course, decent size. The only downside to it is, well, I guess if you got a moist one here to start with, and this one you have to get it moist to use it, to open it up. So you're going to have a damp towel either way, so just make sure you don't fold it up and leave it like that for a month, because it might get all nasty on you. Alright, there's where we set up, and my neighbors were over here. So I love campsites that have a table. It makes everything so much easier. We'll go ahead and show you my breakfast. I've got 3 packs of oatmeal. I'm going to make coffee in my percolator. I've never done that before, so that's going to be interesting. Got the 2 cereal bars, got my vitamins, and beef jerky, Jack Links, if I so see fit. And we're going to make it on the MSR Pocket Rocket. I'm going to go check to see, there's a bathroom somewhere over there. So I'm going to check to see what the water's like, so I know how much I have to deal with this morning. And we'll get going. Got the water boiled and put in the oatmeal bags. Little trick, just use the bags themselves so you don't have to do any dishes other than your spoon, which usually people just lick clean anyways. So here's my percolator. Got this thing rigged up. I got coffee in here with a filter. I'll show you that in just a second. Just drop it in. I already have some water in there. Show you that coffee real quick. Just put a coffee filter, poke the hole in the center. I think you can do without a coffee filter, but I just feel like putting it on there. When you put the lid on, you can see that top part's clear, and you'll see coffee or water boil. It'll blurp up in there and then drain down to the coffee. And once that goes for a while, this will get darker and darker, and you just basically do it till you're done. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. It sounds like I'm excited. That's because I am. I've always wanted to use one of these, and I even have all the fixings to go with it: creamer, sugar, even got a special coffee cup. So basically, start seeing it spurt up like that, and you see it's already getting a little brown from the coffee, so I'll let it go about another 6-7 minutes. Extra strong, might as well. I have it just hot enough to make it push the water all the way up to the top. So there you are. Awesome. 3 chocolate cream from Burger King, a sugar, and you end up with some delicious coffee. That's about as good as it gets. This is a first, along with all this other gear, so this is going to be fun. Still got to eat my oatmeal. That is a shelter, and there's like 5 of them at this campsite, but more importantly is this. It's a dead tree, and what I like about it is it's about the right size for what I want to do today, and I'm hoping I can make it fall kind of in there. But what's really nice is this whole area. It's like wide open to work in. So I'm going to use this. I have my Hoodlum and cheap, like under $20 collapsible saw I'm going to try out. So we're going to go ahead and take this down. We'll see how it works. Just as perspective, let's see if I can use this. It's this one right here. And it is dead. I wouldn't cut anything else down. Let's go ahead and cut it up. Certainly exceeding the maximum capacity with this thing. I want to test its limits. Awesome blade. Buck Hoodlum. Should give it a try if you have the opportunity. If not, check out Nothing Fancy's review. Inspired me to get this thing.
0.84 inches and falling. Again, Pittsburgh reported partly sunny skies and 78 degrees.
At 1 p.m., weather observations in southwest.
It's kind of a shallow victory. I have gotten to the point where I can push it over, and it's becoming evident that this saw is basically gnawing the tree to death and not actually cutting it. They coated it with whatever paint they used, and that coating has eliminated any effectiveness of it. So while I could get this knocked down, I'm not going to be able to really cut any logs to baton through. So what I'm going to do is, it's far enough away from the shelter so there's no way it can fall on anybody. I'm going to leave it here till the next time I come back with a real saw. The Saw Viber. Or something like it. I'm actually making one, so maybe I'll bring that up. But I'll tell you what, the Buck Hoodlum, even though a knife is usually harder to baton through wood, or sorry, chop through wood, and the Hoodlum even more so because it's a very slender blade, it was much easier than using that saw. So it did a gnarly job. I'm definitely going to bring it on the next outing. So I've gone ahead and switched out the Buck Hoodlum for the Mora clipper. What we're going to do this time, we're going to be in search of stuff that I can only use the Mora clipper for. I thought it was pretty cool. Nothing Fancy tried it. I thought I might as well give it a try. I'm a little bit better environment and climate right now. So hopefully I'll get a fire going with just that. Stick with me and we'll see what I find. Working my way up the food chain. I cut a little bit around this to give me a bigger baton than this little sucker. And then I'm going to use that to baton through this to give me a bigger baton. It takes a while when you're working with a small blade, that's for sure. There. And I'm going to do that all the way around and make it a real small twig, and I'll show you what I do when I'm done. What I'm going to do now is take a good swing at it right where I have that notch, right up against the tree, and hopefully it'll split. There it is. Oh, not quite. One more good hit. Now we got it. I've only given this thing a couple more thwacks, and I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's well, it's bent. Just a little bit. Yeah, I would say it's getting close to breaking, but I'm not really sure, so we're pushing on through. I was defeated by the last log. It, as you can see, it split to about here, and that knot just, I was defeated. I'll show you later, but it did bend the blade, so I'm a little disappointed, but I mean, what did you expect? I mean, it is very slim, so we're just going to continue splitting the stuff that will split. And stop it on camera. Yeah. So someone asked me, do you want to take a mora, or do you want to take a K-bar large heavy bowie? I think I'd take the large heavy bowie with me. Save myself the effort once I get there. Now I've cheated a bit. I've used the whole thing of trioxane because I feel like it. This is the Bear Grylls Striker. Alright, that spark hit it dead on, so let's turn up the heat a bit. Maybe I missed something. That's the wood that caught on fire. I'm glad I'm trying this stuff out because it just now took. I think. Possibly. And there it goes. That's taken off again. I gotta talk bad to it. Something. If you knew what I was looking at, you'd understand. This is an awesome sight. Let's take a look. That is the fire built just from the Mora clipper. And I don't think I'm ever going to want to do this again. And all those people who just sit back and say, oh, I got my Mora clipper and I can make huge fires with these. Well, yeah, you can. But it's going to take you all day, and it's going to take all your energy that you burned, that you packed in with you. All your food, you're going to have to consume it just to keep up. And I tell you what, it's nothing I'd want to do if I actually had to depend on it, because it took close to 5 hours to get it to this point. For what's like an extra pound or 3/4 of a pound, I'm not sure exactly, between the difference of the buck hoodlum and a Mora clipper, that one log, which is now on fire, took all of 3 hard hits to take it down. And I spent over half an hour with the Mora just trying to get it through. It may be heavier, but once you get there, it is so much easier. So just consider that when you're selecting your gear next time. All those people who say they have 20-pound packs, sure, but what can they do with that? I take a 40-pound pack, and I make fire. Just to show you a comparison of these two blades, it's totally, completely different league. Look at the wear that thing has. Awesome. My camera would focus. There it is. Not too bad. Check this out. That ant keeps attacking that worm, so it's flexing. Doing the twist. Look at that ant go. Wait for it. Oh, right in the face. I don't know who's winning. This is going to take a while, that's for sure. I'm not going to keep recording. It's ridiculous. Somebody needs to be slap silly. This is a tree that probably had like 550 cord or something wrapped around it. Pretty tight and had a lot of weight on it. So pretty much you can see the lines where it dug in. And what I think you need to do is decide if you can use webbing it, but if not, go at least 3 times around the tree. Okay, so there you go. Just thought I would point that out. I just want to show you how crazy it was. I had to hike through this at night, and I thought it was a joke at first because I was walking in something that's about 5 foot high. Of course, I'm 6'2", and it was a nightmare. Now here it opens up a little bit, but it gets worse. Wow, that was a little eerie. Right as it turned on, the thing creaks. Probably shouldn't be standing here, but here's the raccoon loop. Yeah. Crazy. So I need to get one of those clips that goes on the end of your hiking pole so you can hold the camera, so you're not like in your face kind of action type sequence. We're making good time heading out of here, except for when I have to set up the camera, because we got to bring you along for a ride. That's okay. This is awesome. Had a blast, learned a lot. I've used gear the last 10 years I've been comfortable with, and first time using stuff that I hadn't used before, that's something else. It's a lot of work trying to use something different when you're used to doing things a certain way. Everything from how you set up a tent to how you light a fire, preparations you need. Wrong way. There's some earthly tones for you. I want to know if that's red or brown, or both. Check it out. Isn't that just beautiful? No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about my ride. Yeah.